What's going on? I am Northwest Arkansas. It's your boy Randy Wilburn. Excited to be here for another video episode, just to kind of share what's happening and what we're up to. I've been trying to do this every week now, so this year I've done one each week to talk about our most recent podcast, what's coming down the pike in the future, and just in general. So I want to have just a normal conversation as if you were just talking to your boy and saying, "Hey, what's up, Randy? What's going on right now?" First of all, it's cold outside. So if you are going out in these elements, besides wearing a mask, make sure you wear a coat, put a hat on. I just saw some snowflakes a little while ago. So there's that. But anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a shout out and just check in with you to, it's a glorious Friday afternoon. We're almost on a holiday weekend. It's Martin Luther King Day on Monday, where we acknowledge his birth. And so it's a nice 3-day weekend for a lot of people. I don't know how many are off on Monday, but hopefully you are. You get a chance to pause and reflect and just take a moment with you and your family before you jump back into the fray on Tuesday. But I wanted to kind of talk real quickly. I had a great episode I did, episode 102 of the podcast with Bryan Fittin and Loren Lewis from Go Rogue X. Guys are amazing. We had so much fun talking about podcasting, talking about just getting your business started. I think the podcast episode was good, especially for people that want to take their side hustle and make it a full-time hustle. And Bryan walked us through his whole experience going from working full-time up in Bentonville to working full-time for himself and how that transformation happened. Because a lot of times people are unclear, when is it the perfect time for me to go from a side hustle to a main hustle? And it for each person's going to be different. And so Bryan had a chance to tell his story on this episode of the podcast. I would encourage you to check out episode 102 of the podcast. You can get it at IamNorthwestArkansas.com. So, it was just a lot of fun. We talked about a lot of things. We also just talked about creators. If you're a creator in this space, if you're doing new media, video, audio, podcasting, or anything along those lines, I want to connect with you. Please feel free to reach out to me. My email is randy@IamNorthwestArkansas.com. Trying to connect with more creators or new media creators in this space. I mean, yeah, there are artists, there are sculptors, there's all kinds of folks that are doing amazing things from an art perspective. I want to connect with people that are creating digital media like what I do here on a regular basis when I put these videos out. If I post stuff on Instagram, of course, the podcast comes out every Monday, but I'd love to connect with you. I'd love to get some groups of people together of like mind that are out there trying to create in this space that we're in. Because, even just 10, 15 years ago, I couldn't do what I'm doing right now in front of you. I didn't, first of all, the equipment would have been super expensive. I probably just wouldn't have had the ability. I would have needed a much bigger space. But if I showed you the spot that I'm in where I'm actually doing this and I'm able to work with clients and put these videos out on behalf of I Am Northwest Arkansas, or sit here and interview somebody for the podcast, you'd be amazed. You don't need that much space anymore, and technology has afforded us the ability to create on a budget but do something that has a lasting impact. And so I'm trying to just encourage more people that have been thinking about it or have been doing it on a small scale to ratchet it up some and get things going, because there's a lot of opportunities out there for you. So that's kind of all I had to share with you this week. I just wanted to be consistent in delivering some information. I want to thank 3 people that reached out to me this past week. I did a post on Instagram, which I do. You can follow me at I Am Northwest Arkansas and follow us to find out the latest things happening, to find out when we're putting out a new episode of the podcast, all that good stuff, because I think it's really cool and real good opportunity for you to kind of check it out. But the bottom line is, I had 3 people reach out to me to offer help to I Am Northwest Arkansas. And anybody that would like to help me as I continue to grow this program, this this entity, if you will, this new media entity that we're trying to grow here in Northwest Arkansas. I'd love to have a conversation with you and find out what you bring to the table, how I can help you, and go from there. But I had 3 great conversations today, or today and yesterday, that really just blew me away about just the quality of people that are here in Northwest Arkansas. I'm always encouraged by that, whether I run into somebody in the store, at the gas station, on the street, whatever. I just love the fact that there's so many good people here, and that's one of the things I think that makes Northwest Arkansas a special place to be. So I am thankful for that, and thankful for what we're doing here as a group, as a community. My tribe from I Am Northwest Arkansas, we continue to grow on a regular basis. So I appreciate you checking us out, following us on Facebook, following us on Instagram, and just being a part of this movement. So we're going to continue to grow. Got a lot of really cool plans for the future, and I can't wait to share those with you as we move forward. So the other thing I wanted to mention, and I just saw this the other day, and please don't judge me, but I watched the documentary Night Stalker on Netflix. I'm going to just give you a warning in advance. I don't know about you, but I'm a documentary person. I love documentaries, whether they're on History Channel or National Geographic, or even on YouTube. There's some cool documentaries, or PBS for that matter. But I watched the Night Stalker documentary on Netflix. It just came out. And I'm a big buff into serial killers and stuff like that. Don't judge me, because I know some of you watch that kind of stuff too. But anyway, if you like a true crime story, and maybe you've heard about what's his name? Richard Ramirez, who was the Night Stalker in LA. And I was 15 at the time, so I remember the stories, but I didn't follow the whole thing, but it is engrossing. It's only 4 episodes. And trust me when I say this, once you start one, you will be hard pressed to press stop. You'll want to go through all 4 episodes. So check out Night Stalker on Netflix. If you have Netflix, it just came out the other day. Let me know what you think about it. It is crazy, just crazy good documentary, crazy great coverage. And they tell the whole story through the lens of 2 of the detectives that worked on the case. They're still alive. One is 70, the other's 80, and they just talk about the whole process. And the final episode talks about Richard Ramirez's life and how he got to the place that he got to. He worshiped Satan. He did all kinds of crazy stuff, but I mean, I don't critique a bunch of stuff, but I watched that and I was just mesmerized by it because I do love true crime dramas. I'm guilty. So if that's you, check it out. I think you'll like it. But do me a favor, don't watch it in the dark. And maybe watch it with a friend. That's all I'm going to say to you, because it's pretty gory. It's not for kids. And it's not for the faint at heart. But if you are a true lover of true crime, maybe you watched Mindhunter or something like that. This is this is real life. But check it out, Night Stalker on Netflix. Let me know what you think about it. That's about it. So that's all I have for you guys this weekend. Yes, my Steelers lost on Sunday night. I am in mourning. That's why I have black on right now. And I just can't wait to it's not spring training, but the summer when it comes time for OTAs and the preseason and all that. So I'm already past it. I know there's a bunch of Kansas City Chiefs fans in the audience, and good luck to your Chiefs. I like Mahomes. I like Lamar Jackson from the Baltimore Ravens. So it's going to be interesting to see how the next few weeks in the NFL pans out. I'm just hoping nobody else gets COVID and that all these guys are able to play and make it through to the Super Bowl without any major outbreaks from COVID-19. So we'll see what happens. And that's pretty much about it. That's all I have. Want to encourage you guys. Let's continue to move this thing forward. I know I don't always talk about that. I've got a special episode of the podcast for you on Monday, but I want to just encourage us. I know a lot's happening around the world, but a lot is happening in our country right now that we need to understand each other. We need to encourage each other. And the only way that we can do that is if we communicate with each other. So I just want to encourage you, if you get the inclination to reach out to somebody and just talk with them, no judgment or anything like that, regardless of what their affiliations or leanings are, I want to encourage you to do that. We will never, as a country, get through this without talking with each other. We can yell, we can get into this space where we're quick to dehumanize people and all that. I'm telling you, it's just never going to work. And I'm not on a soapbox right now. I'm just speaking from my own experiences that, I am my brother and my sister's keeper. So I want to do whatever I can to understand where they are and where they're coming from. And yes, I could lob hand grenades all day, but that doesn't do anything to improve the situation. Let's have real talk and see where we go from there. But I just want to encourage you. We're moving into a very important time in our country. There's a lot of things happening, a lot of good things. The economy's still roaring, but there's still a lot of challenges, food insecurity right here in Northwest Arkansas. A bunch of stuff's happening that we need to be aware of. And I think collectively, we need to figure out how we can all be a part of the change that we so desperately seek. So that's all I have for you this week. I love you guys. Thank you so much to everybody that shares this with a friend, that reaches out to us, that listens to the podcast. Remember, we come out every week on Monday with a new episode of the I Am Northwest Arkansas podcast. And I appreciate you guys being part of the I Am Northwest Arkansas tribe. And oh, by the way, if you ever want to get a Get 1% Better Every Day t-shirt, hit me up. Talk to me. Maybe I'll send you one. You never know. Of course, we always give those to the guests on the podcast, but we're going to create some merch for I Am Northwest Arkansas, and we're going to put it on the website and encourage people to support us that way by picking up a Get 1% Better Everyday t-shirt as a regular reminder that there's always something new for you to do, and there's all kinds of opportunities out there. So continue to go after them, and I'll be here cheering you on. That's all I got for you. You guys have an amazing weekend. Be safe, and I'll see you soon. Peace.